Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brotato, the horde survival action roguelike itself, but modded, though, because we're going to be checking out the Xtatonian mod here once again, potentially for kind of like a grand finale showcase of it. I feel like I've showcased almost everything that I've wanted to get to in this mod. We're going to be using GMO to start with another Xtatonian weapon to combine the glitched with the summoner, so we can see the final thing that I did kind of want to get to, which is this legendary bestiary. So, you know, I don't want to just rely on luck to eventually get to showcase this weapon, so we are going to start with it. It's going to be pretty darn strong, but the summoner, oh my god, look at that, it just doesn't even fit. We summoned 5 different units, it looks like, which is kind of crazy, that all scale on elemental, just a big dumb mishmash of who's-its and what's-its. But we are also the summoner, so we get extra attack speed, and that attack speed does apply to our summons as well, making it the logical character to go for this. We also do get an increase to our elemental damage scaling, of which every summoned unit that we get, all of these random fools seem to scale on elemental damage, at least in part. So we've got that going for us. But will it be a tough run? No, probably not. Do we have a harvesting penalty? I don't know. No, we don't. Okay. So as far as like another weapon, what do we want for our other weapons? We'll take a fighting spirit. Slimy club is okay. Slashing gives us attack and melee damage. It's all right. Ah, yes. The meat inspector. I mean, that's certainly an idea. Apparently, this got an improvement as well over the course of time. Staff of Brotatos also feels pretty darn fitting. But you know what? Let's meet in the middle. Let's do a little bit of a weird thing. I'll just got a mishmash book summoning a random assortment of chaotic goodness. Let's just get some different random weapons too. We'll embrace the chaos a little bit, which may or may not be a little bit of a hint about what we may be doing next. We shall see. But alas, this is neat. It's been a really fun mod. And I can't say that we're not going to come back to it. I just do know that I believe... Ooh, sure. The mod creator is moving on from updating this mod, which makes sense. Like, it's one of the oldest Brotato mods out there, let alone one of the oldest Brotato mods of, you know, like, true, with a lot of true hard work and crazy cool stuff added to it. Like, there are a lot of mods early on that just kind of rearranged some stats and stuff, which is fun and cool to see, but Xtatonian's truly an ambitious and bizarro mod, especially for when it came out initially. We're going to be taking more elemental damage, we're going to be taking attack speed, that'll help us. I'll take a slimy club, why not? I'll get the fighting spirit. Grab a bag. But yeah, we're just going to be combining and getting some random stuff. I don't really need Alien Tongue. We have 30% chance to get materials absorbed to us already. So we have 100% damage down. If we fix that a little bit, we don't have to do a lot, but if we fix it just a little bit, we can be doing some pretty darn good damage. Get out of here. 20, yeah, so this would be initially doing 20 damage 3 times, which... Can we talk about that for a second? It's a summoner weapon that actually is really strong also. But yeah. It's going to be the ultimate summoned unit build to cap this out. I think being one of the most unique things about Xtatonian is just how good the summons are. Like, and how well they're implemented. I'll get some HP regen. We'll upgrade a staff of Brotatos. I definitely should have done the coupon first. I forgot we had it. Slimy club. It is kind of fun for the early game to just take a random mishmash of items and not really care about what you get. I don't like doing it. The frustrations with that playstyle become apparent when you're trying to get from, like, blue tier to purple. Or from, let alone, purple to legendary. There's a lot of, like, I guess I could sell this blue of this to get a blue of this, and maybe I'll get a purple upgrade soon that way. So, like, it's always a bit of weirdness there. I'll tell you for sure, if I find another bestiary, I would love to go for that angle. So with that in mind, we should start stacking health now, since we have a couple things that get health from that. Get the attack speed. This is a summon, but it scales on engineering, and we can't get engineering, really. Well, yeah, engineering modifications. So that's the other thing. Our armor, we are unable to get armor. I did forget about that. This is a companion. Whether or not it's a summon, I'm not sure, but it is worth it. 35% attack speed for 5 elemental down. Perchaps. So like right there. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, sure. 35% attack speed. I think it's worth it. I think it'll be worth it. So there we go. We truly have a big old random assortment. We got one of everything of the high tier, and then we also have the common versions of all of it. It does look like, not to look a gift horse in the mouth here, but I think that the legendary book only gives me an epic of everything. I'm pretty sure at the least that these are the epic versions of these units and not the legendaries. Again, a reminder. One weapon giving you an epic of 5 different things is obviously absurd. It's kind of trying to meet even slightly in the middle. I mean, I'll take some percentage damage here for a sec. I want some raw health. Staff of Cobras, but blue. I mean, we'll take an ugly tooth. All of our summons should be able to apply our secondary effects. Or at least most of them. I do see some flies here. And we've had mixed success with flies applying on-hit effects. I will say, as OP as this is, and boy, is it ever OP, a big ol' reminder. I have 19 health and I can't gain armor. That's a big deal. As strong as you are, the second I run into a mini-boss, like, we're not going to blow him up or anything. Like, as good as all of our summons are, they're not going to blow him to smithereens before I have to dodge. So I am going to have to dodge on the boss. For sure. I'd love to get some health stacked for the meat rod situation. Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, we'll get a whole bunch of health. Staff of Cobras. See, this is kind of the annoying thing there. Sharp Bullet. It makes my current weapon worse, but it has a 0% damage fall off. 4 projectiles. Fine. I'll tell you one thing the one thing I won't miss here. I will not miss every run feeling like I need, what's it called? Sharp Bullet and Pumpkin. That is one thing. Like, I like that the mod values Pumpkin. People are like, oh, you're just doing the same run over and over again because you want Pumpkin. No, every freaking run in this mod wants Pumpkin. It doesn't mean it's the same run. It's just there's so many instances of piercing and things that piercing can apply to. On this run, it applies to the summons. On a a normal run, it would apply to my own weapons. Fill in the blank. But good God, I'm gonna be happy to not have to rely on one Pumpkin all the dang time. It's gonna be nice. Does this do damage yet? So we have 97 down. Is there another reason why it would be doing one? Is there something else that's harming it? Peaceful Bee is great. Schmoop is so good. I'll take the attack speed. Get the Staff of Insects. Nah. Does this get, Yeah, it does get impacted. I thought it might. I thought it did. I know that there used to be a weird interaction with stats carrying over like that. There's an argument for getting things like drones for the future anyways, though. Like, by the end of the run, our engineering will be in the positive, and they will be attacking very fast, and they might be able to apply a sacred sausage. I know what I said. I'll cross that bridge closer to when I come to it. We need a couple of things going right before that. Oh my god, this is... Of all the waves that we're going to have an easy time on, this is probably going to be one of them. Yeah, see, there's an epic. Epic. That right there is proof. Yoop. Pretty darn good, though. Pretty darn good, though. Yeah, wave 9, just killing lots of really tiny enemies is such an easy thing for us. If we're gonna have issues, it's gonna be on bosses until I just get enough health for it to not really matter. A couple of our units do a little bit more damage scaling on our health, which is nice too. 1, maybe 2. No, that's melee. Just the meat inspector. Which, hey. Wild one. Lure. There's some cool stuff there. Blech. The armor's tempting, but I can't get anything from it. Fighting spirit, good. Fuel tank, I'll say, is certainly good. Snake preemptively could be good. Energy bracelet, a lot of summons can crit. Oh my god, medieval, what? What? I just saw medieval here and I said medieval. Double snake and burning eyes. All I need, my friends, is one. Actually, we have 98% damage down. Just hit me that sausage is gonna be mediocre unless I fix that a little bit. Which, to be clear, I'd like to. If I could get some percentage damage up. Some, like, just decent percentage damage up, that'd be great. Just don't want to... The thing is, I don't want to take it at the loss of too much that I like, right? Because it does just help my actual weapon itself, which would be doing... Yeah, it's going to be a long time before it would do anything that exciting. Maybe. It basically... It kind of has a 3.0 scaling to it, though, doesn't it? Sort of. Except for the fact that the shots probably miss. It's a little bit weird all around. Okay, I'll take an eye surgery. Attack speed's fantastic. I'm going to be dumb, and I'm going to take a percentage damage there to see if... Yep, 7, just like that. That just skyrocketed. That's fantastic. Two elemental damage at the end of every wave. I mean, yeah. Tardigrade is going to be so nice. Okay, back it up, 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 back it up. Bring him into my my pals. See what I'm talking about right here. It's not that we are not doing a lot of damage to him and like killing him pretty quickly. It's that I am gonna have to dodge. Like, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to play well until on mini bosses and bosses until I find that little special something, that je ne sais quoi. That's just one thing that'll make me not have to care. Tardigrade does a great job at helping me get there. You know, just nullifying one misstep is fantastic. I think that special something is just lots of health. All right. Some health here. Lord. Firefly is good. But I say no. Peaceful B. I think Gentle Alien can be good for us. Sunglasses could be fine too. Wait. Oh, sunglasses could be really good. We don't care about armor down. Oh, well. Glass cannon would be such a nice find today because we need if we're going to be getting percentage damage to like fix up our book and potentially like sausage burns and stuff like that. We can't be taking it on something that's making us worse in a different way. We just can't. It just won't be worth it. And that's why Glass Cannon not having a downside today, because we have minus 100% armor scaling. That's a good thing if we want to buy that item. It won't remove our armor. Works both ways. Some of these things doing damage yet? Sort of. I'm mostly doing it because of the bestiary and the chance for sausage. I'm not getting another snake until, well, until I get a ringing sausage. All right. I'll take an alien worm. Spirit for sure. Another unforgettable book is so good. I mean, we're obviously tagged for elemental, so it's not like whoa, dude. But it is nice. More luck. Yeah. All right. Pretty much everything should be on fire. Yup. Okay. Immediately, percentage damage just became a better take. We have, what, 2? I'm so glad we got the 2 eyes surgery. It'd be awkward running around and just getting surgery on the 1. Not really. There's so many things. There's so many things to only get 1 surgery on. In fact, I would wager the majority of eye surgeries are done on 1 eye. I'm sure there's a decent amount, like LASIK or whatever, that'll be done on both, or like there's all kinds of things, but not to get grim with it, but like I would guess on average most are done on 1. Not saying all, but I'd say it's higher than 50%. I bet you higher than half are done on 1 eye. Does anyone care about this? Probably not. But I just never thought about it until this second here, so fine. Attack speed's great. Fairy's good. Okay. If we're running multi-weapons like this, high luck actually is quite good. Because that right there meant that I don't have to play the weird game of chicken with Staff of Brotatoes. It's just gonna, I sell it, I grab the highest tier one, I rip the band-aid off, it's done. So that's pretty cool. Did I get tardigrade? I did. Just want to know how much I have to try. More luck also does make me more likely to find funny book again. A second funny book. But that's why I wanted to get a lot of HP. 1, because some of our damage scales off of it, but 2, mostly because I want to feel free to take a second legendary weapon and get the penalty of minus 20 max HP for the legendary set bonus. I want to feel free to do it. And to feel free to do it, I need more health than I have. Okay. Elemental damage for every minus... Wait. Oh, it doesn't factor in, It's not factoring in... Strange Book. I can tell. That's nice. Okay. pretty cool. Take that. It's worth it. It's worth it. This is doing 78 damage now. It's worth it, but also, like I'll get Shady Potion to kind of meet in the middle on that one. It's so worth it. It's one of the more single-handedly busted items in this mod. Like, just making it so you can stack survivability and you're getting a really good ratio of percentage damage. Not just getting health gets you some damage. It's like super optimal to stack lots of health. That's the thing, is when you have a thing like that, it's the reason why Knight is pretty silly. You know, like, silly strong. And he was toned down and he's still silly strong. It's because when it becomes optimal for damage to stack armor or health, you're gonna have a good time. Like, I would wager, I think Knight and Chunky are pretty strong now. Good God. I've definitely outscaled Care. Worth. Honestly, at this point, it's worth to do this too. 124 damage on this one. Like, that's the thing. Is, now my weapon is good too. Like, just my weapon is stupid. It does say that it shoots out, you know, the 3 bullets. How many of them hit enemies? I would wager it's not all 3. So I think that it's a little bit misleading. It's not a 3 times damage ratio. It's just not far off. But it does have the baked-in free piercing with no damage drop. It's a dumb weapon. Not dumb as in, like, it shouldn't exist. Because, like, it's a legendary weapon. You're supposed to find it later, and it'll be very cool and rare and neat and stuff. It's dumb strong, right? Like, it's stupid strong. Which, I don't know. I think base Brotato's legendaries, I'm not going to say they're fully underwhelming. I'll take some crit chance. I'm not going to say they're fully underwhelming. They're not the most exciting. Beautiful. We get a pumpkin. Doesn't tell me how much elemental we've gotten from that, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Things are pretty darn stupid at this point. We're at 121 and 127 attack speed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wait, did somebody just do 1,000 damage? No. No, I think it was 100 and there was just another shot right by it that made it look like 1,000. Wow. Some of these guys are attacking. Who's this, like, who's the squeaky wheel here? And by that I mean, who's, one of these is better than others. I think it might be the fly guys. Sure. Good deal. Take another one. I'll take a sunglasses. Yeah, who cares? Does coupon save me any money at this point? Probably not. All right. I feel like this will be easier than the last mini boss. Yeah. I think so. Because, I mean, the 2 baked-in scaling items here that And I'm so glad that these don't interact. Wait. Yeah, they don't interact. See, you know how I know for a fact? It's still at -22. It's because they're both technically temporary stat upgrades, or not, is what the what the code of Brotato calls those stats. It calls them temporary stats, which is misleading. It basically just means they're stats that go in a little bit of a, like, its own column, and they will be applied to the character at the same time, meaning that they will not affect each other so that you can't have an infinite overflow. So they just don't connect, which is bad and good. Who cares? Bandana. Crown the slate. Bandana good. Cool deal, man. Yeah, I think that we are as good as it gets here. A lot of times if you start out with a legendary, your early waves are crazy easy. And then it gets slightly harder in the middle, maybe. And then the late game is usually easy again. Usually. There's a couple exceptions. But this one, it did just get easier over time. It like a lot easier. Absolutely. Take some more element. Whoop. I literally just ran out of storage space. I'm assuming not much got cut off, but I promise if anything did, it's not a big deal. I think a candle for the final wave is pretty decent, again, which makes community support a little bit silly, I suppose. I'll take that just in case we do get hit, I suppose. Adrenaline, I don't have any dodge. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Another bandana would have been good. Like, I suppose. Eye surgery would have been good. I guess, you know, hindsight 2020 should have taken community support. I just didn't think that we were going to be having very many units on the field here. But alas, alas. Okay. Unsurprisingly, I think that we never got hit once that run. I didn't want to say anything and jinx it earlier. I'm pretty sure we never once got hit. I could be wrong. If we did, it was in one of the early waves. Yeah, the bestiary is obviously very strong. I think it's a legendary that feels like a legendary, and I kind of like that. It could have gone even stupider, and they could have all been the legendary tier things. I think they could all be blue tiers, and it would still be like really good. I like the bold choice of going for the epics. If you found this late game, it'd be really exciting. The fact that it carries its own weight as an actual weapon itself is the secret sauce as well. Either way, though, that is that, and that is going to do it here for today for Brotato, and it's probably going to do it here for the X2. God, I'm going to say, I'm glad to not say X-Tatonian ever again, or at least probably not for a little bit. It's a wild one to say. It's a great mod. It's worth your time. You should definitely play through all these characters, check out some of these weapons. We'll probably do, a mix and match of this mod with something else at some point, or if it ever gets updates again. There's a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. Check out the channel for roguelites more every single day, and I will see you next time. Bye.